All right, so many of you, this video in particular will be the most important piece of information in this course. In the supportive documents after this video, I will add a ton of resources, and I will also add a full list of all the different job opportunities and ideas that I've seen through the past 10 years of traveling around the world. And I want to address the fact that this isn't a course for simple travel bloggers or influencers or YouTubers. This is a course on how to make money while you're traveling, as a regular person, I should say. Even if your dream is to be a travel YouTuber or blogger or influencer, whatever it may be, it will still take you time to build up an audience while you're traveling in order for you to transition and make that your primary source of income. It took me well over a year living in Argentina and then Colombia in order to start rolling in advertising money, and that was well before this influencer movement, but still, it takes time to build an audience. In the meantime, look to these ways to make money in order to fund your travels right now. All right, with that being said, here are the top 5 ways, the most accessible ways to make money while you're traveling right now. And let me take a step back and say that many of the answers you're looking for will come in the form of the interview section. I want to give you guys firsthand, real information from people who have actually gone out and made money while traveling. So I don't want to take up too much time sitting here giving you different examples. I'd rather talk to real people who have gone out and done it to help you guys. The first and most flexible way for you to make money while traveling is to work online or to work remotely. And the first question you want to ask yourself is, if you like your job, maybe you can ask your boss if you could work remotely. I know this seems like a silly question to take to someone and take to your employer, but the truth is, I've met a ton of people while traveling who have simply posed the question at their job, hey, do you think it would be possible for me to do this job remotely? And you'd be surprised nowadays, especially because so much stuff is online, that you are able to travel around the world and do the same job that you have back home while on the road. The big things here are make sure you have connectivity wherever you're going, good Wi-Fi connection, and also the time difference isn't too much of an annoyance for your employer. Meaning if you're on the opposite side of the world and you have to take calls at midnight in order for it to be 8 a.m. to be in the same location, then you want to take that into consideration. Now let's say you're stepping away from your regular job that you've done back home and you want to work and make money online. And obviously there are a ton of courses for this all over the internet. You can see a new one on a Facebook ad any day of the week. But the truth is, in order to make money online, you have to ask yourself a big question. What value can I bring to people, either product or service, that they would pay me directly online? If you're a web developer, a graphic designer, something like this, it's very easy to see the transition. There are websites like Fiverr and Upwork where you can go and put your services online and make money relatively easy. For those of you that don't have one of these maybe higher technical traits, you can open an Etsy website and sell products. You can provide consulting services for whatever your trained profession is. And of course, you could always work hard to become an influencer in the travel space or any other space. You could be in food, in lifestyle. Moving on, the second way for you to make money while traveling is to teach abroad. And you will hear from a few of my friends who have done this successfully in places all over the world in the interview section of this course. This is perhaps the most easily accessible way for you to make money while you're traveling. It is a great way to immerse yourself in a foreign culture and to gain life experience. And if you wanted to, you could actually combine the first two. You could work remotely and teach English by doing so online. There's a lot of different platforms and programs out there to allow you to teach English remotely to people in other locations. So that's something to look into as well. And the third option for making money while traveling is to get a job in the service industry. As I've told you guys before, I left home with $5,000 to my name, and my goal in Buenos Aires was to find a local job. And luckily, through friends, I was able to find that bartending job, which inevitably allowed me to stay in the country for a year. Without that job, I don't think I would have made it that long. So if I had to give you one piece of advice, Put your nose to the ground, get out there, meet as many people as possible when you get to a certain location, and try to work to get a service-based job. Not only will this give you the resources financially in order to stay in a place, but it will also give you the opportunity to immerse yourself in a community. And service jobs could include becoming a bartender, working at a nightclub, working at a hostel or a hotel or a resort. And in many of these tourist hubs around the world, local establishments need and are looking to hire English-speaking staff in order to deal with customers from around the world. And if you have the skills, you can take this a step further and become a yoga instructor at a resort or a massage therapist. There are many job opportunities if you put yourself out there, out of your comfort zone, as I always say, and go out and speak to people and see where you can provide the best value. And the fourth way to make money while you're traveling is to work and travel. One of my favorite gigs while traveling over the past 10 years was to follow around an Australian tour company at the World Cup in Brazil. And I got paid to make simple daily videos of over 2,000 Australian tourists who came and were traveling around the country following the Australian soccer team in order to document their experience. And it was one of the most fun experiences I've had, and it paid really well. So if you have the opportunity, work and travel. If you stay in one place long enough, you can work as a local tour guide. You can also join event staff and travel around wherever a certain maybe concert or festival event is going to. And in many cases, one of the most popular ways to travel and make money is by joining a cruise ship. And in our private Facebook group, I will share travel job postings with you guys on a regular basis. And the fifth most accessible job opportunity for you guys, especially if you don't have any professional training or skills, is to become an au pair, a babysitter, a live-in nanny for people all over the world. This is very popular in Europe, even Singapore, and you can get paid to watch children and you get your expenses paid for with accommodations as well. So this is a very lucrative arrangement if you like dealing with children. And we'll talk with my friend Christian, who is currently an au pair in London, in the interview section of this course. And those 5 are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to making money while you're traveling. Like anything else, if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to make it happen. You're already a step above by going through this course, so just keep pushing. If you put yourself out there, you ask the universe, you ask individuals for what you want, you'll make it happen. And there are many countries out there that have very good work holiday visa programs. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, for example. You can go for an extended visa stay and you can work for an extended period of time. This is a great way to immerse yourself in a culture and a community, gain life experience, and also make some money and live your dream. And again, I'll say it once more, I'll leave a ton of different options for you guys to think about in the resources section of this module. And just like that, let's keep moving.